The breaking news for today is North Korean artillery bombardment of South Korean territory. In this video, we are going to talk about why this has happened, if there's a risk of an escalation, so a next big war coming, and why the war in Ukraine is actually the most likely reason why this happened. The news today is that North Korea shot over 200 shells of artillery into South Korean territorial waters, but this is the important part, it's within the maritime boundaries. So the risk of damage to either property, to installations, or to human life was minimal, but still North Korea shelled South Korean territory, which is obviously an act of war. So why did this happen, and is there a risk of escalation? First of all, let's start with the most important. Is there a risk of escalation? I don't think so. The North Korean deterrence works a lot with its threat of artillery towards the capital of South Korea, Seoul, where more or less half of the population lives. Within the first few hours, thousands, if not tens of thousands, civilians are expected to die if full-scale war breaks out. And this is a tough and a strong deterrence by North Korea, which had led the South Korean government to be kind of meekly when it comes to provocations from the north, whether it's going to be this shelling, whether it's the shelling of an island a couple of years ago, or whether it's even the sinking of a warship, which has also happened just a few years ago. South Korea has to measure to keep up some deterrence without escalating too much, as the human toll and the toll to its industry and its capital would be massive should its own reactions lead to an escalation spiral. This is why North Korea feels powerful enough and dares to provoke the South again and again and again, because its deterrence is strong enough to prevent the South from striking too hard. This means that it's highly unlikely that South Korea will strike back in a way that North Korea feels the need to escalate further. So I don't think there's a current war of the current risk of a second round of the Korean War. But why has it happened then? Well, I think it's a warning towards South Korea. The US have yesterday confirmed that that ballistic missiles from North Korea were used by the Russian Federation in its war against Ukraine. In the past, in situation reports, I talked about it, that published intelligence data said that North Korea hasn't just delivered shells, artillery ammunition, but that they have also sent trainers. There's no reason to send trainers if you just send ammunition, so it was obvious that North Korea has supplied some weapon systems, and ballistic missiles were the most likely candidate. Now the US confirms that according to their data, Russia has used North Korean ballistic missiles in its strikes against Ukrainian territory. And John Kirby was talking about missiles with a range of 900 kilometers, which would already be in the intermediate range ballistic missile category, as short-range ballistic missiles, SRBMs, are only until 800 kilometers. Here, for instance, the talk is that it's KN-23 and KN-24, though this is unclear whether it's those missiles, as while they have a 500 kilogram warhead and thus are fairly powerful, their range is expected to be significantly less than 900 kilometers. But regardless, North Korea has definitely supplied ballistic missiles to Russia. The payment that is expected is in modern air defense, in modern fighter planes, probably in modern radar systems, and also the fear is that Russia might supply North Korea with a technology transfer to produce ballistic missiles and cruise missiles, thus increasing the military power of North Korea quite significantly. South Korea, on the other hand, has taken the side of Ukraine quite clearly and without any doubt in this conflict, but its powerful defense industry that has a high output, unlike many other Western countries, South Korea's defense industry has not produced for Ukraine, despite Ukraine direly needing it. The reason for that is obvious. South Korea was afraid, should they supply Ukraine, then North Korea might receive some weaponry that could shift the balance of power on the Korean peninsula if Russia supplies North Korea with weaponry that North Korea can't produce by themselves. As now it seems clear North Korea is actually receiving those weaponry, this is a clear warning that North Korea is still a threat towards South Korea. It's a message for South Korea not to get too involved in the war in Ukraine, not to deliver all what they can produce for Ukraine, as North Korea is a constant threat, a constant danger. They basically remind the South, don't deliver what you can, because you're going to get too weak for us and we are mighty. And at the same time, it's clearly also a warning towards the United States in regards to them not taking some measures in retaliation for North Korea's delivery of ballistic missiles. So overall, this is a message, a North Korean message sent to South Korea and to the United States, not to retaliate towards North Korea for the delivery of ballistic missiles, and towards South Korea not to deliver weapons, what their mighty defense industry could produce for Ukraine. That's already it from me for now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. Leave your comment what you think about the current situation, or did I make a mistake? And if you're new here, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. Tomorrow there's going to be the next situation report about the war in Ukraine. You might not want to miss this. This channel is only possible because of the support of viewers like you. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by the means in the description. Thank you very much to everyone already supporting this channel. And that's it from me for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back.